You know that feeling, right? When your apartment's Wi-Fi seems to have a personal vendetta against you, the constant buffering, the glitchy video calls, you are definitely not imagining it. So today, we're taking the controls back. Let's get into this and figure out how to tame your apartment's Wi-Fi for good.
Now, just so we're all on the same page, what you're about to see comes from a way bigger, super detailed tutorial. We're pulling from part 6 of a 10-part series from the pros over at RFI Detectives. We're jumping right into the practical, hands-on adjustments, so this is really for those of you who are ready to roll up your sleeves and do some tinkering.
So what's the deal? Why is apartment Wi-Fi just so uniquely awful? Well, think of it this way. You're not just running your own little network. Oh no, you are fighting for airtime on a crowded, invisible battlefield. Every neighbor's router, every wall, every floor, it's all creating this incredibly dense and hostile environment for your poor Wi-Fi signals.
And the results of this battle? They probably look pretty familiar. We're talking higher latency, that annoying delay. Lower throughput, which just means slower downloads for you. Constant retransmissions, where your poor devices have to keep resending data that gets lost in all that noise. And of course, that maddening jitter that makes video calls and gaming next to impossible. If you're nodding along, don't worry, you're in exactly the right place.
Okay, before we touch a single setting, and I mean it, not one, we have to lay down the golden rule. This is not about randomly clicking buttons and just hoping for the best. To actually succeed here, you need a methodical framework for every single change you make. This is what separates real improvement from just making things different or worse.
And this whole framework, it's beautiful in its simplicity. Just 3 steps. Step 1, you record a baseline. This is absolutely non-negotiable. Take a screenshot, jot down your settings, whatever it takes. You need to know where you started so you can tell if you've made things better, and so you can get back if you make things worse. Step 2, and this is the big one, make one change. Just one. And finally, step 3, you test the result. Did that single change help? Did it hurt? Or did it do nothing at all?
Look, I know it's tempting. You want to go in there and change your channel and your power settings and your channel width all at the same time. Don't do it. Why? Well, because if you make a bunch of changes at once, you have zero idea which one was actually responsible for the result. Maybe performance got better because of the new channel, but in spite of the new power setting. You'll literally never know. One change at a time is the only way to figure out what really works.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. The source material puts it perfectly. The best analysis is iterative. Change, rescan, verify. This is your new mantra. It's a loop. You make one specific change, you scan to see what effect it had, and you verify if performance is better or worse. Then you do it again.
All right, enough theory. Let's put this rule into practice. Our first target is going to be one of the most important settings you can mess with, your Wi-Fi channel. You can think of this like choosing which lane you're going to drive in on a super congested highway.
So here's the problem with that default auto setting that most routers use. It leads to what's called herd behavior. Basically, all the routers on auto are constantly reacting to each other, jumping channels at the same time, and just creating total chaos. But when you take manual control, you get stable, predictable performance, you control the variables, and you make sure you're not smack dab in the middle of a messy, overlapping channel.
So, what does this mean for you? Here is your first mission. Log into your router, find the 2.4 GHz band settings, and disable auto completely. Then, manually set your channel to 1, 6, or 11. That's it. Those are the only 3 that don't overlap with each other. Pick the one that looks the least crowded in your area and lock it in.
Okay, let's apply our rule to the next thing. And this one? Well, it's going to feel a bit counterintuitive. Because when we're talking about channel width and transmit power in a jam-packed apartment building, less is almost always more. Seriously, you don't want to shout, you just want to speak clearly.
And I love this analogy because it makes it so clear. Think of your channel width as how wide your car is, and your transmit power as how loud your horn is. Now imagine you're in a tiny, crowded parking garage. You don't want a monster truck and a train horn, right? You want a small car and a quiet horn to avoid causing total chaos. It's the exact same idea with Wi-Fi. A narrower channel and lower power means you cause less interference for everyone else, and they cause less for you.
Now, there is one little technical catch here, and it's called asymmetric power. If you turn your router's power down too low, your phone might be able to hear the router just fine, but the router won't be able to hear your phone's much weaker signal talking back. The connection breaks. And that is precisely why we use our 3-step method. Turn the power down just 1 notch, and then go test your connection from the farthest corners of your apartment to make sure it's still solid.
Okay, so you've got the framework, and you've got your first two targets, channels and power. It's officially time to stop just diagnosing the problem and actually start doing something about it. Your first test mission begins now.
Let's just hammer this home one last time, because it's just that important. Number 1, document your current settings. Take that screenshot. Number 2, make one and only one targeted change. Don't touch anything else. And number 3, test the results. See what happened. This simple loop is how you win the Wi-Fi war.
So, the mission is clear, the method is simple, and the control is finally back in your hands, which really only leaves one question for you. Now that you have this knowledge, what's the one change you're going to go and test first?